What is going on, everybody? Welcome to my new video. And wow, these guys are just perfectly in there in the coconut shell, which I call it the Patrick's house because, you know, that's the whole setup. We got Squidwards, the SpongeBobs, the Krusty Krab, you know, the chum bucket, everything. But anyway, let's get into what you need to set up a saltwater tank. Let's get right into it. So for a saltwater tank, you know, you don't need anything else but a salt. Honestly, that's the only difference that I could tell you right off the bat. You know, the difference between a freshwater tank and a saltwater tank is literally salt. Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't correct me, okay? Because I'm not wrong. I mean, I could be. Anyway, so I personally think, so take it easy of thinking of it like that, because I don't want to give you guys any pressure in you know, discouraging you guys from setting up any freshwater fish tank. So I want to just say it, you know, simple like that. The only difference between a freshwater tank and a saltwater tank is the salt that goes in the water, because everything else is the same. The filtration that you put in the tank is the same. The air pump, the water pump, the heater, everything is the same except for the salt. As long as you have the gravity of the water, you know, the correct level. In my case, it's specifically 1.025. Okay, I'm gonna say that one more time. 1.025 gravity is the gravity that I have. Is the level of salinity this tank has for the clownfish. But in this case, as of right now, currently, as you look at this fish tank, the gravity of this fish tank is 1.022 instead of 1.025, meaning it's a little bit lower than the gravity that it should be, and the temperature a little bit higher. It's at an 80 degree, anywhere from 80 to 81 degrees, as you can see over the back there. That is only because I'm in the process of mating these guys and having the two clownfish that I have to breed. Okay, so to keep things simple, all you need in your saltwater tank is a salt compared to the freshwater tank. Just have the right amount of filtration going on. I have two filters running. I don't have a sump. That's one thing I want to get it out there. You don't need a sump to afford a saltwater tank. You know, the amount of work that you will do compared to having a sump to not having a sump and having a filter instead of sump is about the same, I think, because I've owned a sump before for my freshwater tank. The only difference between keeping a sump and filter, like hang-on filter, is that, you know, the filter, you change the cartridge every 2 weeks or every once a month, right? It's pretty simple. You just remove that cartridge out of the filter, toss it out, and put in a new cartridge. That's literally all you do. But more often, like I said, like once every 2 weeks or a month, depending on how many fish you have and the size of your fish tank. However, the sump is, you know, basically an entire tank, anywhere from 29 gallons to 50 gallons. And just because it is so much larger than the filter that you have over your tank, it lasts longer, like a couple of months to like 6 months. So you do the work, like the cleaning work, every 2 to 3 months to even every once half a year. So that is so much less amount of work. However, there is so much work to do. Like, you've seen a lot of videos on sump and you know, maintaining those sumps. You have to get the whole thing out, all the canister and all the pebbles and the cleaning agents in there, wash it or toss it out. But most of the time people wash it because, you know, there's a lot of those rocks in there. You clean, and, you know, just takes a while, just a long time. So it just depends on if you want to do a lot of work once in a while, or if you're, you know, up to doing just, you know, a little bit of work every so often. Okay, that's the only difference. And I've learned to, you know, just go with this filter because, you know, the sump is not exactly what I can afford in terms of space and the cost, although it would be similar to keeping a filter. I just went with the filters, and then I do have a sponge filter which helps in providing the bubbles and the filtration system and providing good housing for the bacteria in the long term. And I have 2 heaters because this is a 75-gallon tank. I just wanted to make sure in case one fails, one is there to back as a backup. And I do have 2 water pumps. One here, this is I think a 30-gallon water pump, and that is a 1,050-gallon water pump, which is so much stronger than this little one. They're both on 24/7. Only things that are on 24/7 are the heaters and the water pumps. Water pumps, you need to mimic the seawater, the ocean wave and whatnot. So it's on 24/7. As you can see, there's a bit of a the wave making going on there. Can't exactly focus, but that's where the water shoots out from. Anyway, there it is. So only thing that you need to set up a saltwater are just a couple of live or dry rocks and salt. I will do another video in how to make a saltwater, how to mix it, how to pour that thing in wherever you pour it in, and then to make it, okay? But to briefly show you, I do have underneath this 75-gallon tank, I do have a space back here. I mean down here where I have a 10-gallon tank there, and I fill that up whenever I need to do a water change. Fill this 10-gallon tank up, pour a salt in there. It's got a water pump and UV light. And I just have that running for 24 hours, about a day. And then after a day, I remove the water, salt water, just about 7 gallons of water from this 75-gallon tank, which is about about 10%. And I put that recently made salt water in here. I just put it in there, and I do this once a month, only because this is such a big tank with such a little tiny creatures in there. I don't need to do so many water change. Okay, so it's very simple. I don't want you guys to be pressured in setting up a saltwater tank, because it's saltwater. Every video on YouTube says you need to follow certain protocols. I mean, you do, but not as harshly as they sound. Definitely leave a comment down below in the comment section about anything that I said, because like I said, I'm barely a couple months into it, and I'm perfectly okay if you guys don't believe or trust what I say, because this is based off of my experience. But I have the proofs. These guys are doing good. I've only had these guys for about a couple of weeks. I've only had this tank set up for about 2 months, and I've had it simple, and these guys are proliferating, right? So there's the proof. This is a 75-gallon too, okay? So if you guys have any questions or suggestions or any tips or advice to give, leave the comments down below. And if you liked it, please leave a like and subscribe for next documentaries to come, because I'm gonna do a lot of these. I can't say this is a how-to or a guide or a tip, because like I said, I've only been in this field for a little bit. So just cut me off some slack here, okay? So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.